morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of our Taiwan holiday. We started in the balcony, so let's go see what we have for breakfast. So we had some light breakfast here before we actually head out. So we first have some pastries that are like fried. I think it's like a char kway that we bought from the market last night. This here is also a donut that we bought last night. There's some oranges that we still have left over. And here we have some cake. I think this is hazelnuts with hazelnut sponge cake. Alright, we're at the first destination of the day. Welcome to YehLiu town. It's a seaside town near the capital of Taiwan, Taipei. And YehLiu has a geopark, and we're here now, so we're gonna buy some tickets. And I'll show you what the geopark actually has to offer. So, if you want to get to the ticket counter from where we parked, you're gonna have to go through this marketplace. So let's go look around. Alright, so by the ticket counter, let's go buy our tickets and I'll see you at the gate. Because of the fact that this entire place is mostly sandstone, it's easy for the ocean to erode away the rocks, and therefore it creates some strange patterns along the rocks. There's about 36 different things you can see, and what better way to show it off than to capitalize on it. So here's our ticket. Let's go to the gate. Alright, so we're just going through the gate. Let's go check out the geopark. So this here is the cute princess head, and it's basically one of those rocks that they eroded over time, and at some point a few years ago a part of it split and it looks like what it is today, and after internet poll they named it the cute princess head rock. This is the queen's head. It's one of the most popular attractions in the geopark. If you look at it, it has a nose, you can see bits of hair. So yeah, it's another one of those rocks that have been eroded over time and has a form of the shape. After you've seen those attractions, you'll be greeted by the nice smell of the ocean air. From here you can go to many places. You can go up there onto the staircase to take a better view of the ocean, or you can walk over here and see the rest of the rock attractions. Okay, so I'm chosen to come up here, and there's plenty of information boards talking about the different types of rocks that you will encounter here. Not only that, but the obvious, you can see everything from here. Ocean, the rocks, all the different shapes that they point out that you can see from up here. Alright, so here we are. This is the first island that you'll see. Basically, there's a couple of rocks that you must notice. The first rock formation you'll notice is this shallow tray rock. Basically, the collected water will erode away the things and create like sort of potholes, and therefore more water will collect in them. Then these are called the mushroom rocks. As you can see, the base is sort of smaller than the top, and that's because the top is more resistant to weathering. The stone composition is like more resistant to the wind and water, and therefore it erodes slower. Basically, this entire island is filled with like these rocks, these mushroom rocks, but there's also like these smaller ones which are caused by like erosion and animals sticking to them, like fossils. Then over on the other side of the island, you can see these. These are called ginger formation rocks because they look like the ginger root. On this island, you can also see another type of rock formation. These are called joints because they kind of look like the islands like welded together. It's basically caused by like when the ocean, when they smash against the rocks, the excess water will just flow down here and it creates this pattern. Alright, this is one of the last formations you'll see on this island. This part of the geopark. The geopark is actually very big. It's just a single island. There's so many formations. Basically, this is called the candle rock formation. You can see, because of the extremely strong waves constantly smashing on it, it is always wet, and therefore the erosion creates this like sort of candle thing, where it's like a base, and then the top is like a little bud. Looks like a bell actually. And this is about the end. As you can see the wonderful view of the coast, the many rocks. You can see the incline slope. There's actually a lot of incline for rock formations along the town, but this is part of the geopark. You can see it here. Once you go down to this bit, you can see a lot of different plants and trees, but the most famous attraction is here. This here is the Queen's Head, the main one, the most special and famous one. The one we saw just now was only the second one. They just encountered it and thought it looked like a kind of a copy, so they just left it there too. And as you can see, it being the most famous attraction, oh, there's a lot of people. So the final rock that you'll see at the exit is called the leopard. They found it and they brought it up here. It kind of looks like a leopard sitting on a rock. We're back in the market and therefore eating time.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to YehLiu.
Okay.
We just walked the nature park and now we are hungry.
Really now? Okay, so what is this, Dad?
On the menu it says super thick soup, but I think it's a mixture of seafood soup with some wonton and some bacon.
The name is interesting.
Super thick soup.
So this is our second dish. This is omelette oyster, and there's a bit of vegetables in there too. And then here we have 2 types of noodles that's spread with minced pork. You know, the delicious Taiwanese minced pork. So welcome to ShiFen. It's a really old town near Taipei. And yeah, we've taken the highway to ShiFen because we heard there was a really old street here that sells good food. And here we are. This is ShiFen Ancient Street, or just Old Street will do, I guess. So here we are, ShiFen Old Street. Got plenty of little shops we can check out. So welcome to the ShiFen Old Street main area. So basically, the ShiFen railway station is nearby, and therefore the train tracks can also lead through the center of the marketplace. ShiFen's also famous for these like lanterns. You write a wish on them and they release them into the sky. As you can see, they release it in the middle of the train tracks. They write a wish on them, and there they go. There's fire inside too, it's like a hot air balloon. Goodbye! Alright, so we're gonna do one. We've gotten ourselves a lantern, a bunch of ink, and a few brushes, and now we're gonna release a lantern. Alright, Dad, let's see, what do you have?
I know, it's just like popiah to me.
Oh, really now? So what's the special ingredient?
Ice cream.
Ice cream! As you can see, there's a bit of nuts in there as well as ice cream, and of course, the popiah skin. And then there's the town's train station. Now that we've seen most of the famous things of the ShiFen street, we can go look for lunch. Hungry we are. Lunch we have found. So this is a meatball noodle shop. First thing you have to do is grab your bowl, which is already filled with bits of onions and spring onions. Then you fill it with meat or vegetables. Then you can request for tofu and noodles. I don't know, but let's see what we have. Alright, so this is our first dish. We have some noodles with some taoge or bean sprouts as Westerners call them, along with some vegetables, some fried onions, a bit of chili sauce, and some brown sauce. Very delicious. So here's my dish. We have braised minced pork with rice, as usual. And the next food we have is chicken roll with yam roll. As you can see, it's been fried. And finally, we have radish and meatball soup. As you can see, there's a bit of fried onions and spring onions inside there too.